get round. Mansell gets away beautifully. And there's somebody stuck. It looks like Gerhard Berger. It is. Gerhard Berger has fluffed the start. Something's happened to him. He's in trouble already today, and he was in dreadful trouble yesterday, but got away, and he's out of the Belgian Grand Prix as the race started. Ayrton Senna through Eau Rouge, now the climb up towards Kemmel. This is the 195-mile-an-hour stretch, and Senna is in the lead ahead of the two Williams, and that is one of the Benettons. It's Mika Häkkinen. Mika Häkkinen streaming up. Ayrton Senna leads, Nigel Mansell second, Patrese is third, Alesi is fourth. Senna leads, Mansell pressing very hard indeed. Riccardo Patrese up from fourth on the grid, and they come up to the bus stop. Very tricky left hand here, then right, tiny little short straight, right and left again. Patrese, the first three are building up, and it's Schumacher in fourth position in the Benetton, and that is Berger's car stuck by the grid. I'm surprised they haven't got it out, and we are now on the second lap out of 44, and Mansell going for it. Now he challenges. Is he through at the bus stop? Yes, yes, Mansell is absolutely together. They're coming down to the left-hander now. Mansell leads, Senna second, Patrese third. Well, Michael Schumacher was absolutely awesome in the wet yesterday. He was going through the Blanchimont section without even lifting, and he was the only one who was doing that. He is absolutely fearless. He's young, he's still got to win his first Grand Prix. Everybody in front of him has already won a lot, of course. Nigel Mansell, Riccardo Patrese and Senna. And the two Williams are indisputably pulling away from Senna's McLaren now. And Schumacher is indisputably pushing Ayrton Senna for third position. Riccardo Patrese now leads Ayrton Senna. We are on lap 4, 1/11th distance. Riccardo Patrese leading as he did in Hungary. Senna up to second place. Mansell will be starting his charge, and Nigel Mansell rejoined in about 8th place. The race leader, Riccardo Patrese, is into the pits to change his tyres. So Ayrton Senna will take the lead. It's all changing at the front all the time. It's a fascinating race already, and Riccardo Patrese seems to be taking a long pit stop. Alesi and Mansell make contact at La Source as Mansell challenges, and Alesi spins off, and Mansell is now up into second place. So Ayrton Senna is leading by about 11 seconds, and he hasn't changed tyres, and Patrese has got in front of Nigel Mansell between La Source and a furious, I'm sure, Jean Alesi retires from the Belgian Grand Prix in his Ferrari, and Nigel Mansell is second to Riccardo Patrese, but ahead of both of them is Ayrton Senna.
And Mansell goes past Riccardo Patrese into the bus stop as Ayrton Senna goes over the line.
As Senna and Mansell go together into Blanchimont, followed by the Williams of Riccardo Patrese, and Mansell's got the superior grip and drives past Senna, who has to give way at the bus stop. Nigel Mansell is back in the lead on lap 11 out of 44. You're with Riccardo Patrese now, looking at the second place McLaren Honda of Ayrton Senna as they come round the right-hander, and up to second place goes the second Williams of Riccardo Patrese. Michael Schumacher, there's Schumacher again trying, only 23 years old. This is the only Grand Prix he's driven in twice, and this surely is it. Yes, past goes the Benetton, down to fourth position, down to fifth position goes Ayrton Senna.
And off the road goes Michael Schumacher, regained it, didn't hit anything. Martin Brundle goes through into third place. He nips through, and once again the two Benettons tied together, and Schumacher fighting back instantly.
And we're on lap 31, Mansell leading Patrese by 9 seconds. Patrese only 5 seconds ahead of the charging Martin Brundle, but Patrese is fastest on the track at the moment. Schumacher into the pits, Häkkinen moves up.
Yes, but Patrese is behind Schumacher on the road, who's done very much the fastest lap of the race. He's now under 2 minutes, just to show what dry tyres can do, and Schumacher was only some 15 seconds behind Mansell when they both went through. Mansell still has to change, so Schumacher is almost certainly the real leader of this race unless it rains again. And Nigel Mansell's overly conservative and really, for a man of his experience, poor tactics, because conservative he can normally afford to be. But this is good for us because Mansell has now got a real race on his hands. And Mansell 5.2 seconds behind the new fastest lap of the race for Nigel Mansell. So the battle has started. The chase for Mansell is on.
Well, we're with Mansell now, and that is Guterman's Jordan, which Mansell has got to get past, and he's going to do it as they come up to La Source, and he holds the dry line, pushes Guterman out to the right where it's wet. Mansell goes through, and it was Stefano Modena, my apologies, not Maurizio Guterman, and the gap is 3 seconds now. They're on lap 39 in this 44-lap race.
Modena not lapping very quickly at all. Has Mansell got some problem suddenly? And engine, there's a misfire, a horrible sound from Mansell's engine, lost power, the gap's out to 15 seconds. Schumacher, a new lap record, and he's really clear.
But what an incredible race this has been. We're on lap 42, only 2 to go after the end of this one. Ayrton Senna led at the beginning, then Nigel Mansell took over, then Riccardo Patrese took over. Ayrton Senna back again, then Nigel Mansell retook the lead, held it for a long time, lost it to Michael Schumacher on lap 34. 23 years old, the youngest Grand Prix winner for a long, long time. The first win for Benetton since the Canadian Grand Prix last year. The first win ever for Michael Schumacher. And he puts his arm out and he is naturally elated. Last year in Belgium, he drove in his first Grand Prix. This year in Belgium, he drives in a Grand Prix for only the second time, the same one, and he wins it. A brilliant achievement. Here is Nigel Mansell coming home in second position yet again.
I'm really happy that I didn't win the race because of accidents or somebody has I would say a problem on the car or whatever reason or fallout. I really won this race by myself and by the team. Everybody did a fantastic job. I really have to say, like I had the car today. It wasn't actually in the qualifying that good as it was in the race, and that was unbelievable. And I have to say thank you to the team.
I must admit I was looking forward to the last 7 laps, but alas, I think the whole left-hand bank of the exhaust system fell off the car, and I lost something like 1,400 revs down the straight, so I was still going flat out, and yet I lost about 5 seconds a lap. So we were very lucky to finish, and I was very pleased for that, and I believe that Riccardo, the last few laps, had the same problem. But it was a great race. It was a great race for him to win.